How's it going, guys? I hope it's not too noisy here. I'm wearing a lapel mic that I picked up. Thought it'd be easier to do these sort of videos. So hopefully the sound's okay, not too ruffly. Yeah. I'm out today. Just my first solo paddle. It's a lovely, beautiful day here in Immeln, and I mean, I was a little bit nervous about paddling myself. I've never done a solo paddle before, so but so far everything seems to be going okay. Fingers crossed. I'm probably doing a million things wrong. Those of you out there who are canoe enthusiasts will probably be shouting at me for the things I'm doing, but I suppose there's only one way to learn, right? I'm going to stay pretty close to the shore because, as I said, this is my first solo and I'm just a little bit nervous about controlling a canoe by myself. So I'm actually just making some efforts here to get myself a little bit closer to shore. It's quite difficult actually to keep myself straight. I'm kind of drifting sideways here, but let's see if we can get ourselves straightened up. So I thought I'm doing a paddle, but I'm also gonna spend the night out tonight. There's a beautiful a lake. There's a beautiful a place that John brought us last week that I'd love to go back to and spend the night. I'm really struggling with keeping myself straight here, I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, it's tipping to the side here. Come on. I wouldn't want to be doing this on a windy day, that's for sure. It's definitely something that I'm going to have to learn how to do properly. I know this is not the right way to be doing this, but I gotta land myself back up. Oh, I'm going in circles. But yeah, there's a lovely spot out here that John brought us out to last week that I'd love to, I want to do a solo on myself. So I'm going to try that tonight. I've brought my own bag of wood that's already chopped. So hopefully that will keep me going for the night. It also has the added effect that I don't really want to be using axes when I'm out by myself. I mean, obviously I know how to how to chop safely, but accidents happen, and the last thing I want to be worrying about when I'm on a solo trip is chopping my leg off or cutting a femoral artery or something, particularly in a canoe. I'd never get back in time, obviously. So I think it's just safer to have wood with you that's already pre-cut if you're going on these solo trips. I know I'm doing a really bad job here keeping myself straight, and I'm making no apologies for it. If anybody wants to give me some solo canoe lessons, I'm all ears. I need to up my game on this stuff, but making progress. That's the first time I've ever canoed solo, as I said. It's a little bit scary. I'm not generally a nervous canoeer, but doing this by myself is a new experience, and I mean, so far so good, fingers crossed. If you're watching this, probably haven't toppled, because my camera is going in, it ain't coming back. Some beautiful houses around here. Actually, where I'm camping tonight, you can get to on foot. Takes about half an hour to walk, maybe 40 minutes. I took a little walk the other night just with my camera, just to see if take some nice photos of the houses and stuff around here. And to my right here, you can see all these beautiful houses, and there's actually a pathway that goes up there, up along where all those houses are. And it's a beautiful walk, but I wanted to give myself this challenge of canoeing by myself. I mean, this is the life, right? This is why I packed up my shit and got myself to Sweden, to be able to spend Saturdays like this. And as I said, it doesn't fall on deaf ears for me that people are stuck in quarantine right now, basically at home, or obviously, hopefully with loved ones. I'm missing some people that I can't be with. I'm sure other people are as well. But trying to make the best of what I have out here and keep myself busy and active, and trying to do a lot of these sort of canoe trips and camping. I've been spending a lot of time by campfires, and so far anyway, it's been pretty amazing out here in Immeln. I know the people back at home in Ireland, my dad messaging me, telling me how crazy it is at home, and I don't know why, as I said, I don't know why Sweden's not doing the same. It's frankly a little bit disconcerting. I mean, I've been making efforts to keep minimal contact as it is, but I mean, kids are still in school here. They're interacting with each other every day. It's kind of crazy, particularly with, you know, the people you work with have kids. Those kids go to school, interact with all the other kids. They're like little disease carriers. And it's really difficult to keep yourself away from other people when societally it's not really allowing for it. And obviously that's no excuse. If you really wanted to keep yourself away from others, you could do it. As I said, I am making efforts to minimize the amount of contact I have with people, as you can see. But we'll just make the best of it. But for tonight, as I said, I'm going to go camping and cook up some sausages, make some coffee, watch the sunset. I'll share it with you guys, obviously. This is Saturday. I'm recording this with my SLR. I'm going to put this as an Instagram television video. It won't be live, obviously, but yeah, we'll do our best. Kind of keeping straight and narrow here, even though, yeah, I'm not really going very fast, but hey, I'm in no rush. I'm also hoping that the water's going to be this calm tomorrow when I'm coming back, because as you can tell, I'm not a very experienced solo canoeist, and the thought of having to paddle hard in crazy wind or something would freak me out. Getting stuck in the middle of a lake would be pretty embarrassing. I mean, I'm really going slow here. Like, my canoe is not heavy. Got a backpack. Got some wood. Myself. I should be able to go a lot faster. I'm sure I will. I'll gain the experience that I need to gain eventually. I think. Stay pretty close to the shore. We're getting kind of open here. So I'm gonna make my way over here. I don't want to be too far from the shore in case I take a spill, which would not be ideal. I definitely feel the wind on my back now. It's kind of giving me a bit of a push, which is nice. What if that don't work? It just doesn't work. Ooh, windy. We were in a bit of a valley here. Not a valley, but like, I don't know what you call it, but you can see there's a bit of a crevice. Or a gap here, so I'm actually seeing a few more waves now. But again, it's pretty relatively calm here. Oh man, I really got to get good at this stuff. I'd love to be able to manipulate this canoe and understand how it works. I guess it's a pretty far trip for someone who's never solo canoed before. It'd be kind of like getting in a car for the first time and driving to town. Maybe I should have picked somewhere that was a little bit closer, maybe. Oh, we'll be okay. Let's get to where we're going. We'll be good. Alright, well, I'm going to turn this camera off and get myself to this island. So I don't want to waste too much battery. But I'll see you guys there. Well, I eventually made it. The paddle took, I think, about 25 minutes. We're on this lovely peninsula here in the south of Sweden, as I said, in Immeln. I thought maybe I'd just give you a quick rundown of my shelter system. Basically, I'm using a one-person Schum tent. That's TSCHUM. Schum are a German company. They make beautiful handmade canvas tents for, like, I think up to 4 people. I purchased this one from a good friend of mine named Sebastian after I saw him running it on the Living to Learn Gathering last year out here, and I saw him set it up and I was like, that's really, really nice, and offered to buy it off him eventually, and he said I could buy it. So I really love this thing. It's great for solo trips, and I like this kind of the fact that it's lower down on the front here, kind of keeps wind and rain off you. It's perfect for Irish weather. And then inside, then all I have is simply my grabber blanket underneath, folded in half with foil on both sides. So the non-foil side is in the middle essentially. Outside of that, I've got my thermarest under there, and a British Army bivy bag with my Corinthia Defence 4 inside it. Anticipating cold enough weather tonight, although it is lovely and warm during the day here in April, and last month. It's been snowing in the evenings, like just not too much, just a bit of sporadic snow, but it's cold enough to snow, so it's cold enough to be cold. So I'm anticipating it being a little bit cold tonight, not too bad, as I said. So that's why I'm carrying the Corinthia Defence 4, which comfort level I believe is down to like -12. So hopefully we won't get to that. But so what I'm going to do now is gather materials. I realised that behind me here, you can't really see it, but there's a lot of deadfall, like a lot of deadfall. So I probably didn't need to bring out my own wood, but it's handy to have it there. So I'm going to burn my own wood first, and then if I do need anything else, I'm going to take from all the deadfall out there. But the next step, I think, is getting a fire lit, at least just enough for some coffee, and then maybe I'll set the fire up a little bit stronger later on. I think that's a mistake people tend to make when they go out, is they actually light their fire too early. You use up a lot of resources, a lot of wood, and a lot of processing and time to gather materials and to chop wood and to saw. And then also the calories that it requires to cut all that wood and chop all that wood, you end up eating more, you're needing more calories and needing more food and water. So I find personally that unless the fire is needed, be that for cooking, boiling water, or keeping yourself warm in the evening, that there's really no need to have the fire lit any earlier than it really has to be lit, for the reasons I just stated, particularly if you're by yourself. But for now, I'm gonna light a fire, just enough to get some coffee going, and then I'm gonna chill out and decide what to do with the rest of my day. So. That was cool. So I have my coffee, as you can see. My fire is just about to kind of die down now. I'm not really going to keep it going. As I said, there's no real point in keeping the fire going all day if it's not needed. It's 4:15 in the day now. I probably will leave it till about 7 o'clock this evening, maybe later, but at least 7, before I decide to bump it back up again, because the temperature will start to drop at that point and I want to cook food, etc. But for now I'm just going to chill out, enjoy myself out here, and yeah. There's no real objective to this video, I suppose, beyond wanting to kind of just bring you guys along with just a really simple overnighter. Nothing too fancy, just being out. So yeah, cheers. Let's drink what's left of my coffee. just making my sausages here, and there's a house across from there, and I think they're having some sort of party. They're all singing. That's nice, people singing. It's important when you're cooking that you use green sticks, because so they don't burn and smoke while you're holding them over the fire. But it's also important to strip the bark off them, because the bark can contain bacteria. So just where I'm going to put the sausages, I've stripped the bark off. So I'm going to get my fire going up a little bit more now, and put these sausages on. Yeah. Well guys, I think I'm gonna sign off for the night. I've got my fire going. Collected some birch earlier, so I've got enough wood to last me this evening. I'm sure more than enough. The wind's really died down now. It was quite windy earlier, but the wind has really died down, and the lake is just really calm. It's like I've got ducks and geese and seagulls. There's a family across the water having an evening on their decking, and I'm just really chilled here right now. As I said, I'm expecting a pretty calm night, so I'm going to eat my sausages, drink some more coffee maybe, keep my fire going, and watch the sunset, and tuck in for the night. But I'll update you guys in the morning and let you know how I get on. But for now, I'm going to sign off and enjoy my evening. So, thanks. It's about 6 a.m. It's about 6 a.m. now. Decided to make an early start while the lake was so calm. A beautiful morning. Yeah, I woke up at 6:30, or 5:30 rather, in the AM, and the seagulls were having some sort of orgy over there, so I was definitely not getting any more sleep. They went all night pretty much. Had a really beautiful night. The sky was just completely open. Could see stars everywhere. Never seen so many stars in my life. The moon was bright enough to cast shadows. I tipped in about midnight and just chilled out by the fire for a while. Had my sausages, my cup of coffee. Went to bed. And had a pretty decent night's sleep. I'm not sure how long I actually slept. Don't know if I got too much sleep, but it was really fine. Man, I can't believe this lake right now. I'll spin you around so you can see this view. This is sunrise on the Swedish lake at 6 AM. Pretty cool. So yeah, so I figured I'd make an early start since the lake was so goddamn calm. I was like, I'll count my blessings and make a move before the lake gets choppy in the afternoon, or even in the early morning. Sometimes it can pick up quite quickly. But this is just insane. The good life. Well, I think I'm just going to paddle back in silence, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's going to take me about 25 minutes, half an hour to paddle back. There's zero wind, so there's nothing behind me. But as I said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to add anything that you guys might want to see in the future. I'm going to try to do more of these videos. But until then, thanks guys, and see you guys soon.